This is the last lesson that we will be working in Unit 1. This is Lesson 8. It happens to be the very last lesson in the unit. So you're getting a picture of the beginning of a unit all the way to the end of a unit. Lesson 8 is a collection of formative assessments. You will have throughout the units for the A+ curriculum different times of collection of formative assessment tasks for students at the end of a unit or at the end of a concept. It provides multiple tasks for students to work through to be prepared for that formal or summative assessment at the end. This particular collection of a formative assessment has 4 tasks that students will be working throughout that day. Now, the big picture, the simplified scale and scope and sequence, let's go ahead and look at those. We have the big picture, which is here. And this is the collection of formative assessments, which is that very last day. As you glance through, you can see what students have done prior to. They've accomplished all of the models that are in the course of study. And the very next day is when they'll have their formative or summative assessment, which they will be ready for. The next is the cover page or simplified scale. We want students on that concept to review the ratio, mathematical, and real-world problems using multiple types of models. One thing that's nice with this simplified scale is you copy and put this in their math journal or a binder or folder, however you organize your classroom, and students have it and they check off at the end of the lesson where they feel like they are, and they're able to actually self-assess themselves. And then the scope and sequence. Collection of formative assessments for the day. It's one day. I want to really focus on this Alabama course of study. Use ratio and rate reasoning to solve mathematical and real-world problems. Equivalent ratios using a variety of models, including tables of equivalent ratios, tape diagrams, double number lines, and equations. So throughout these tasks, students will have the opportunity to use those variety of models to solve them. And then the teacher note describes what students are to know for the lesson. And I'm going to the presentation strategies because this will help you understand as you work through one of the tasks in your independent time what the classroom will look like. The teacher will instruct the directions, each of the 4 tasks. The students will rotate and answer the ratio of real-world review task and stations. If time allows, assign each group a task to present to the class. Students should attend to precision with their vocabulary and units. So as students are working through, you're facilitating the classroom and making sure that the groups are on task and able to continue these tasks on their own.